Ginawa ka from day one, no? They have been conducting an intrusive search. Maski saan na lang ilang beses na. Kagabi nga, may commotion pa. Kasi yung mga pulis pumunta doon sa may Bible school na quarters, private quarters ng mga babaeng workers. Ilang oras sila doon. I had to call Colonel Marantan. Sabi ko, Colonel, ano na ba ito? Akala ko sigurado kayo sa heartbeats ninyo na nandyan sa JMC basement. Bakit ayaw na mag-alis yung mga pulis doon sa may Bible school at ilang oras na sila doon at ayaw mag-alis, no? Kung ganun, wala pala kayong probable cause talaga kung saan siya. Bakit kayo nandyan sa Bible school? Nandun na ba yung heartbeats? So he had to call, no? He had to call. Mas madali pa lang kausap si Colonel Marantan, no? It turned out that mas reasonable siya kausap, no? And I respect him, no? So far sa aming interaction. But anyway, ang nangyayari kasi ngayon, ako pang sinalence pala ni General Nicolas Torre, no? To prove my allegations. Baka nakakalimutan ni General Torre lang at saka yung mga abogado niya, hindi siya na-advisean. The evidence withheld. When you withhold evidence, I have been trying, you know that. I think 3 days ago, I issued a challenge to you. Sama tayo. Kuha tayo ng clearance. Nagalit pa nga yung iba ninyo. Bakit kami ang pinapakuha ninyo ng clearance? Kasi may issue noon sa One News, di ba? And I learned later na kinote lang pala nila yung Philippine Star, no? And sabi ko, sige, tayo ang magkuha ng clearance. Walang reply hanggang ngayon. Kaya nga, kung gusto ninyo, sama tayo later na pasok tayo na doon sa isa man sa atin o magtawag sa atin or kami ni General Torre na lang, no? Kami ni General Torre, sabihin nyo 4 o'clock in the afternoon, magkita kami dito, sama kami doon dalawa, no? At kung papayag siya na nandyan yung media, okay ako, no? Challenge accepted na puntahan namin doon para ma-verify namin kung nandyan ba talaga yung hukay na yan. Kasi we have really grounds to believe na nandyan yan kasi ang nangyari kasi may mga kaibigan din tayo na may mga mababait na puso maski sa mga pulis, no? Na nagbibigay sa atin ng info, ayaw lang nila mag-reveal ng kanilang identities for reasons which I do not anymore have to reveal to you, no? Sana naman din nyo ako, sino yun? Hindi naman po pwede kasi ma-compromise natin yung safety po nila, no? So, challenge accepted, General Nicolas Torre. I know you issued a challenge to me, no? But you may have forgotten that evidence withheld is in effect an acceptance of a fact, no? Ang ibig sabihin niyan on rules on evidence, pag palagi naming hinihingi na makaroon kami ng confirmation, ayaw niyong ibibigay, may presumption of law na totoo yun, no? Yan po ang nasa batas natin. Pwede akong magkamali, pero yan po. Okay? Lang natin para maintindihan talaga ng mga tao, no? And then, yan kasi, nakita namin doon sa latest picture na mga 8 meters na. So, baka nakarating na doon sa footing ng aming eskwelahan. So, this endangers already the structural stability, no? So, if you will, akala ko ba may dyan, may merong tunnel dyan. Grabe naman, 8 meters na. Wala pa kayong nakita, no? And we have intelligence operations na yung high-tech device nila, sinerch na nila ito before. Of course, you know, the police is mandated to conduct casing operation, CASING, no? That is required under PNP operational procedures. Hindi ka basta-basta gawain yan. At nakita nila wala naman talagang tunnel. Kaya nga, sana, ginagawa lang siguro talaga ito, parang nakukonfirm namin yung reports, in order to justify their illegal stay here, no? Because if you are only armed with a warrant of arrest nga, you could not conduct a search, okay? Because a search can only be justified if you have a search warrant. Kasi kung maniniwala tayo kay Colonel Fajardo that they conduct an intrusive search simply because they have a warrant of arrest, then you are empowering a warrant of arrest more than a search warrant. You are giving more power to a warrant of arrest whose principal duty is to arrest a particular person than a search warrant whose principal duty is to search. Right? Because in a search warrant, there is a mandate of specificity. And what is the mandate of specificity? You must be specific insofar as the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Any law student would know that. May ano pa nga, meron pa nga what you call this, sketch dito po, dito sa ano sa particular place po na ito, okay? Saka pagpasok mo under Rule 126, Section 8, kailangan may witnesses, dalawa. Eh dito, arrest warrant lang, walang witnesses. Ilang beses na ako, nagpadala na nga ako ng sulat, no? Walang witnesses at saka walang, what you call this, hindi kami binibigyan ng access, no? And then, ngayong umaga, no? Ang nangyari ay kahapon pala, no? Kasi may intelligence reports kami na nakarating na after daw ng KOJC anniversary, they will be performing harassment acts in order to ignite violent reactions from us, no? Eh nagkatotoo nga, morning pa lang dito, nandito na si General Torre, dala na naman yung LRAD niya na nakakabingi, no? And informing us that they will break open the Emerald Gate. Okay? I think you all heard that, no? And I do hope yung media naman, please i-report naman yung lahat pong nangyayari, no? Ang ginawa, naggamit ako ng megaphone, no? At sinabihan ko si General Torre, Sir, there is no need to break in because you are already here. You are practically controlling the entire, what you call this, almost the entire compound, no? What are they controlling here? They are controlling the cathedral, they are controlling all the lawns, they are controlling the JMC compound, okay? And they are controlling the hangar, they are controlling the structures in the kingdom. What we are controlling are only the houses, the King's Chow, the, what you call this, some parts of the Bible school, and that's it. Oh, kasi wala na kaming matulugan. Eh, pati ang GMC nagawa ng, what you call this, boarding houses. Okay? So, why will you break in? Eh, dito lang, ang ginawa, sinabi ko na, Sir, there is no need to break in. Pwede naman tayo lahat. Doon naman tayo pumapasok sa gate 18. Only that we installed the scanner there because for our own safety. Kung anong dinadala ng mga tao dito, may canned grenade nga na dala ng pulis eh. Buti na lang nakita ni Attorney Adam Jambangan at saka ng mga miyembro, no? So, may mga access, peak access na pinasok. Yun pala, na-confirm, may mining operations na sila doon sa JMC basement. May mga drills, no? Yung mga pangkubkob. May mga jackhammers na pinapasok. Pero ayaw talaga makinig ni General Torre at they forced open the gate, no? And provoked our members at nagdakip, no? Nung isang tao at pati yung isang associate ko na mabait, si Attorney Adrian Pajaro, muntik nang madakip, nakuha talaga ng video, no? And then 5 minutes after that, may mga pinuslit sila ng mga boxes. Ang sabi daw, Starlink lang daw yun, ano ba yung mga iba, no? Mga host daw. How can we confirm that when they did not even show it to us? When they did not even show it to us. Those items were brought right away to the JMC basement, no? And we do not know what were those items, no? Kaya nga, lahat ng mga nakukuha nila, inadmissible in evidence yan. Because that is a result of an illegal entry, illegal search. So wala yung silbi po sa korte. If you violate the rules on searches and seizures, then any and all evidence seized would be inadmissible, no? And then we would like to address the statement of Department of Justice Secretary Remulla, no? Concerning the his declaration that he will file a case against the presiding judge to issue the temporary protection order. His basis was that ignorance of the law because there is a Supreme Court order which transferred any and all venues affecting Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy. No? We feel that the Secretary of Justice may have missed the point that it did not surrender jurisdiction to any and all third persons whose constitutional rights to lives, liberties, properties, and even security are affected. No? So it did not mean that third persons who are affected by the illegality of the service of the arrest warrant, that they could no longer file a case for issuance of a writ of amparo. Note that the writ of amparo was copied from Mexico, no, and from South American countries. And this was done in order to protect the citizens from the excesses of the government or the state. So they must have a writ, no? And in our jurisdiction, that is in accordance with the expanded concept of certiorari jurisdiction, the power of the court to issue writs in cases of grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or excess of jurisdiction. This actually is the expanded concept of certiorari, which grants the judiciary to look into the acts of the executive department as to whether or not their acts are still in accordance with the law, because any excesses, no, deserve to be corrected. And in so doing, no, the Philippines likewise make it institutional, or have made it institutional, to allow third persons, or to allow ordinary persons to apply for this writ of amparo as their shield, protection from the mighty power of the state in cases of abuses. That is actually the rationale behind the writ of amparo. So in this case, if you read the rules and regulations of the writ of amparo, it clearly states that any act or omission that violates the right to life, liberties, and properties of persons, no, can be filed in the place where it is committed. And where is the place where it is committed? In Davao City. So therefore, the RTC of Davao City has jurisdiction. Because if we believe Secretary Remulla, would you like any Tom, Dick, or Harry who would be affected by the illegality of the service of warrant to go to Manila, to the Supreme Court, or to go to Cagayan de Oro just for them to be able to have judicial relief? The entire reason why we have a writ of amparo is to provide fast and inexpensive remedy. And that is why when you file a petition for writ of amparo, there is no filing fee. And the evidence required is only substantial evidence, not even, not even clear and convincing evidence, and not even preponderance of evidence. Substantial evidence, that evidence which would lead a reasonable man to believe that a violation may have happened. No? So, that is the entire reason why we filed the writ of amparo, because you can secure a remedy right away. No? So, and besides, the change of venue affected only to cases affecting Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy. It did not include third persons. No? So clearly, DOJ Secretary Remulla may have been fed with wrong information. And besides, this act of his, I would subscribe to the idea of former IBP Governor Cesar Europa, Jik we call him, that this sends a chilling effect on the judiciary, because this sends a wrong signal that if you issue an order which would be contrary to the policies or to the actions being made by the executive department, then they would be threatened. And indeed, I subscribe to his view that this would have a chilling effect upon the judiciary. No?